Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day second of building the logic through integers with the help of Python. So today's question is to write a Python program that takes an integer input from the user and determines whether it's an even or odd. So we already have understood the differentiation between the even and odd, and today we have to just do a simple, and I will say that you can already do it on your own, because we have to just check whether a number is an even or odd, and we have already discussed in the depth in our previous class that whether the to check whether the number is odd or even, we have to use what type of functionality, what type of logic, what type of method we can use to determine whether it's a odd number or it's an even number. So what we will be doing here today is we will be just determining whether number is odd or even. So we will be taking any integer value or any number from the user, and we have to determine whether uh, it's an odd number or even number. So we can just do it. I hope you can just try it on your own first, and if you are unable to solve this, then of course you can just watch my tutorial. But I suppose that you should try it on your own first, and then you can just watch my tutorial. So what you have to do, we have to take input from the user. So we can just write user input is equals to int input, and we can write enter any number. All right, enter any number. And what we have to do, we have to check whether this number is this number is odd or even. So what we can do, we can just pass if else condition here. And before does I pass this, I'm just telling it to you that if you do not know that why I have put int here, I have put int here because the default value of input is string. So we have to convert that string first into integer, so that we can deal the functionality of integer, so that we can just imply the logic of mathematics into it. Because if we just apply the logic of mathematics in our string on our string, then we cannot apply it. Let me show it to you that if I just remove int from here and print type user input and show it to you, that let's say I put Arsalan is the value here, it will be showing me class str, which means that it is a str. Even if I just put a number here, if I just put 1 2 3, it's a number here, even it will be just even just showing me the same value. See, it's showing me class str, which means that this value is uh, str. So why I'm just converting this into integer, let me show it to you one thing, that if I say print print uh, input sorry user input mod 2, and user input mod 2, it should be giving me a remainder, right? It should giving me the value as the remainder, but it will not be giving, it will throwing me an error because it is a string. Let's suppose we put 1 2 3 here. It's putting me not all arguments converted during string formatting. So what we can do here is we can just put int here, and now if I put int here, it will be showing me no error. If I put 1 2 3, it will be giving me 1 as the remainder. So hope you have understood this question, guys. I mean, this logic, we haven't solved this question yet, but I hope you have understood that why we have put int here. now now let's get back to the question here. What we have to do, we have to check whether the number is an odd or even. So for odd, we can see that if num if user input mod 2 is equals to 1, then print the number is odd, and else print the number is even. So this is what we have to do in the question. So let's run this code and check for the answer. And before I do that, I just want to put f string here, and I will be using the multi-cursor functionality. I will be pressing alt here and taking my cursor to wherever I want to take the cursor. And I want to take two multi-cursor here, first here and second here, and then I can just write f here. And after that, I will be just putting uh, the user input instead of num. So user input is odd. So let's say if I have a value as as 10, so it should be giving me the number is even. The 10 is even number. The 10 is even number. And let me show it to you that if I just put it like this, and if I just put one any random value, it will be giving the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 is an odd number. So this is what we have to do. However, if let's say uh, the user input is not a integer value, what if I put a value as Arsalan or any other random value? So it will be throwing me an error. See, invalid literal for int with switch base 100. We have solved this question. However, there is a problem in the program that if the user has input the value which is not an integer, what it will be here? It will be throwing me an error. See, it is throwing me an error if I put any random value and it's not an integer value. See, it is throwing me an error. So how to deal with this? We can use try and except to just deal with it. So what we can do here is we can say that try and just put we can just put indentation here as well, and here as well, and one more here. It will be coming, and this should be coming up here as well, double indentation, and I will be removing space and put the tab. Now I will be putting except except, and I will be saying that print what? Print I will be putting this like this. Now let's see if there is any error. Yes, there is an error, which is we have to remove this extra space from here, and this extra space from here, this extra indentation from here, and this extra indentation from here. Now the program should run, and I can just accept if we have to try this whole of this program. If it's not running, means that the please enter a correct value. Alright, so I'm just asking the user to please enter a correct value. Let's just try this, and let's suppose we put 1 2 3. Now it's running fine. It is showing that 1 2 3 is an odd number. Now if I just put a string here, let's suppose if I put a string value here, let's suppose I just put Arsalan here, so it is saying me, before it was printing me something else, but right now it is saying that please enter a correct value. So now right now we have deal with the errors. So now as you can see that we are dealing with the errors, and right now the problem here is not the error, but it is asking the user to correct it, so which is not a problem, right? Because user can input a value which will be like a number, a string value, but we are just dealing it with the program saying that please enter a correct value. Before it was just looking bad, and which was not a correct way to deal with it. So hope you have understood this question, and hope you were just able to solve this question. So before I did this question, I hope that you have applied this logic already and you were able to solve this question. So thank you guys for watching this video on day 2. We will be moving on to day 3, and we will be having some more exciting question based on mathematics. So thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.